Hey everybody, welcome to Boardgame Heaven. I'm here at the Second Gate Games booth with Daniel.
Hi.
And on this table we have the extra large edition for Monsterlands, which is one of your newest games.
Yeah.
So Daniel, what can you tell us about this game?
Well, Monsterlands is a hybrid game. It's a mixture of Euro and adventure. What you're doing in this game is you're leading a clan of mercenaries. And those mercenaries, there's plenty of them, all with different artwork. They provide dice. And those dice you use for worker placement actions, or you can then later also use them to go out into the fields and fight monsters. So that's where the name comes from. The situation is the lands have been overrun by monsters and we are asked to fight them and to win the lands back for the crown. Now this mixture of Euro and adventure is something that is very interesting, because you're trying to push out a luck factor that is existing all the time in the game by building an engine that allows you to manipulate your dice, your throwing of dice, or the number of dice that you can throw. So let us give a short overview of what the board is. This board, of course, is very big. I'd like you to take a shot of the normal game afterwards to
show it in the picture.
Yeah. So what we have here is basically two big parts of the board. On one hand, here you have the citadel, which is the last bastion against the marauding monsters. This is where we are at the beginning of the game. And this is where we do all sorts of worker placement actions to, for example, place a die and buy some traps, or place a magic die and get some potions. To here in the tavern, place a die and hire a new mercenary. That immediately will give us new dice. We can buy shields or sell items. We can buy some equipment in the bazaar or work in the mine for gold. The glory is something additional though, because when we want to hire a new mercenary, we can only do so if there's sufficient excess glory for the mercenary to come to us. Now, without going into too much detail of the worker placement action, I do want to spend some time on the juice of the game, which is out here, which is where you can win the glory. What we're doing as part of the deployment of the dice, we can also deploy our mercenaries. Now, for example, this mercenary here has a special talent, each one has a special talent, of adding 2 to the result of his dice rolls against monsters when he kills them. Okay? So I've put him here. There's an assignment token for each mercenary, and I've assigned him to a path that leads to the monster and the land. In the combat phase, in the adventure phase, we will resolve all those dice, all those mercenaries that have come out here to fight, from left to right, which means that this choice of path is very relevant when it comes to the order of being able to fight the monster. If you want to fight the monster because you want to go for that glory, you need to be first. But then on the other hand, you might want to wait until you are strong enough to do so. These guys I've put here, they already bought traps here, they bought some shield tokens to be defended. So it's always a hedging of risk of whether I want to go fast or whether I want to go for the best position. Now, when you go and position them here, there's a path header that is random.
Okay.
And that defines the number of dice that you can deploy on this path. In this case, it would be 2 red or purple dice compulsory. That's the condition, that's the minimum. And this is an optional add-on, but you cannot put more dice than those. And paths also give you an additional advantage. This one, for example, gives you a shield against the monster hit. So the choice of path may also depend on the dice that you have at that moment and the benefit that you want.
And that is in addition to anything you place
here.
Okay.
So you want to go prepared because you can actually die.
Yeah.
The monster will go first, and it will attack you with 3 dice in this case. And each monster also has a special ability. In this case, for example, if this monster is paired with a jungle land, which this is not.
Okay.
So if this is the symbols are over here, then it would get 2 additional dice because it would be in his habitat and would be stronger. Okay. The dice rolls of the monster are going first, and they hit on a 3 to 6, or in this case, these guys, they are customized. There's a 2/3 probability that they hit. Okay. Each hit can be defended with a shield or with a shield talent, or you can also wound your mercenary once, and then the next time he gets wounded, he only can get 2 wounds. He dies.
Okay.
You don't want that to happen, but it does happen. If it happens, it's not the end of the world, because you get actually some glory for your heroism,
Oh, right. Yeah.
and also that reputation that this mercenary would go down. The glory goes up, so you get some excess glory again to hire next round. But it's still something that you want to be aware of, that there are risks of dying. Okay, so if you survive, you do your own rolls. And in this case, I came with traps. These traps, there's a trap that adds 2 purple dice, and there's a trap that adds a 1 to each of the purple dice in my path.
Oh, +1 to all.
So I have very good chance to win this. This would be 16 plus 3 is 19, 29, 28. That's a lot. Actually, the objective for this specific monster was 12 to capture it or 18 to kill it. I killed it easily. So that monster would be gone. And the next one in line would go against the land, which doesn't fight back, but I still have to meet these objectives to get the land.
Well, that sounds extremely tactical and interesting. I really like the fact that it's such a good hybrid between, it looks very thematic, but it's quite a thinky game, actually, with all the placement and the stuff that you need to prepare and bring into the lands.
Yeah.
So that sounds super interesting. Thank you for your
very
brief
welcome.
overview, and best of luck on the rest of Spiel.
Thank you, Ren.
If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button below, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Thanks for watching, and see you next time on Board Game Heaven.